A dying man needs to die as a sleeping man needs to sleep, and there comes a time when it is wrong, as well as useless, to resist. Today, or actually yesterday, kind of a buddy of mine's dad died while he was swimming. He had a stroke, I believe. But he died, and he was a huge inspiration to all the community around us. And Facebook blew up yesterday with just statuses everywhere about, rest in peace. And I never really knew the guy. I never really saw I don't even know what his face looks like. But judging by the amount of people who showed their condolences with his death on Facebook and said how much they cared about him, it's quite obvious to see that this guy was a great guy. And I realized something when he died, that I probably will never get the appreciation that this man got, because he worked so hard for the community that he lived in. And I realized that I'll never really get that. I'll never be able to be as great as a person as this guy was. And there's a lot of deaths that go unnoticed. And I'm willing to bet that mine will be one that will only impact family and friends. There's people who die and they have fans or something, like they have something along that line. They have people who care about them that really have no association with that person other than the other person cares about them, or they show respect for that person. And I have nothing. I mean, I might have like 5 or 6 subs outside of real life that will care for maybe 2 days. But to be honest, if I were to die, it would not matter as much as this man or a lot of people. It's funny. The way that death works is the people that get appreciation are the ones that worked hardest in life. Or maybe, not even the ones that worked hardest in life. Maybe just ones that made one huge impact on them. And that's kind of what I want for my future. I want to make an impact. And, I see there's just so many deaths every day. You watch the news, and where I live near a city, so there's a lot of shootings. I live near an inner city, so there's a lot of shootings. And, it's just those people who die, they just go unrecognized. They're just a news story for like 10 minutes, or not even. Usually, sometimes it's 15 seconds. Another man died. And it sucks that we can't all get the same appreciation as, the next person. But these people have really earned it, and this guy did. And I just wish that the world could recognize, everybody that died, because like, these people mean so much to you personally, like, your grandfather and grandmother. But they might have not, they might not get the appreciation. Everybody's forgotten after they died. It doesn't matter who you are, however. It doesn't matter, how big of an impact you had. You will eventually be forgotten. And it's sad that that's the way the world works, that, people are forgotten. Some people faster than others. And death, it's just a scary thing to think about. It's something that everybody fears. Everybody, fears that one day they won't be there anymore. They won't be there, and they won't be laughing with their friends, and they won't feel the support of their family. They'll just be, depending on your religion, you either believe you're going to go, somewhere, or you're just going to go nowhere. People who believe they're going nowhere are just atheists, and that's not a religion, but, it's the same deal. There's people who believe certain things are going to happen to them when they die. I personally have no clue. I have no clue when I die how long my impact that I've made on life will last. And, it's just scary to think about, because when you fade away, so does all memory of you. And there's just, it's the scariest thing to think about, that you are here right now. You're making an impact in your own life and maybe some lives of others, and you're here right now and you're doing that. But it won't even matter. When it won't, if you're not a celebrity, or if you have not done something major for the world, you'll probably be forgotten in maybe 10 years, unless it's within your family. If you had somewhat of a small impact, people will remember you, but not forever. And that's the way life works, unfortunately. You will never, ever be remembered forever. And that's the scariest thing of them all. But anyways, I just thought I would, share that. That's been on my mind. But I love you guys, and I hope that you guys live forever, and you're always remembered. Goodbye.